Here we are back at the flying bicycle, the step through. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, that rear suspension seems to be a little tight, but I've got a shock pump coming. But you can see here's some of the views. There's another road above here. It goes around and comes down on top of Bellevue Acres and comes down. From this side, it wouldn't be steep going down. It's just that going up part. Here we are back at the bike, and it's about time. Whoops. There, I think I got the camera in the right spot. Yeah. But as you can see here, we'll power it up. And you can see there's the fine display. And it always starts up in past 0. We've only gone 0.3 of a mile and 64 point, it keeps jumping around in voltage. Now it's 64.8. Well, we'll see what it does. I'm about 6'4", and still with the step through, it's not exactly, it's fine for people my height. Oops. That loud popping sound that I heard earlier was the tire going flat. Well, no, have no fear. I brought up an air pump in my pocket. We'll chat at you a little bit later on. There we go. I should have recorded hooking up this air compressor. And it works pretty handy. You just carry this sucker in your pocket. And yeah, it was a gift. Something I won from Hemingway. Although it's not a Hemingway compressor, they just put their name on it. But it's an older model, but even Amazon has discontinued. But Amazon has come with these little battery-operated air pumps. And hey, I used it on my car several times, and here I am using it on the bike. We'll chat it later on. Bye-bye. Here we are, puttering on down the hill. Aired up the tire, the air pump turned itself off, and now we're rolling on down this road here. Hopefully the tire just got a little hole in it, and it'll keep air until I get home. But I only aired it up to 15 pounds this time, because I was thinking that's probably more than enough. We'll get down the hill here a little bit and I'll check on the air pressure again. But just so you can see, we're rolling along here. This is a good time to wear off any stuff on the brakes. Before I put the rotors on there, I clean them off real good with isopropyl alcohol while I was assembling the bike. So the rotors were nice and clean. And you know, so far I'm using the brakes right now and it's not squeaking. Looks like that front tire is still holding up. It's not riding down. When I parked there is when the air went out of it. So it must have been losing air coming up the hill. I heard a big pop sound when I was going down my driveway, so I'm guessing that's when it happened. And I think just on these rocks, 18 pounds is too much. Yeah, that rear suspension's pretty stiff. I'll get dialed in as time goes by. A few more rides. Actually we're going a little slower coming downhill, but it just seems like not got here awful fast probably because I wasn't pedaling. We'll pull a stop here, and we're on past 0 still. Oh, and did all that with only the back motor going. I moved the seat up just a skosh, maybe a ½ inch. Feels good. Don't feel quite centered though. We'll see if I got, that feels good. I don't know if it is good. And the front tires are holding there, or it's staying up just fine. I didn't check the pressure, but we'll see if these sheepers holler at me going by. When I came down in the four-wheeler, one came running out there and bellered and stuff, but they're feeding now, so I don't think they're even going to look up at me. Oh, I heard a sheeper. Hollered a little bit. They're up there feeding just like they were supposed to. Gee, it don't take any power going down the hill. No pedaling at all. We're up to over, 64.8 volts now, according to the meter. I imagine going up the hill took a bit of more power than what nothing like motorcycles. You gotta, the gearing just backwards. Going down the hill on a motorcycle, you gear down to get a little bit of that back pressure. It doesn't do any good on a bike. It's kind of nice rolling along, even on this, well, it's the time of day. Probably most of these people are at work. Yeah, tires are popping a little bit, or cracking a little bit on the rocks. And I just got 15 pounds in it at the moment, so maybe because the tire is brand new, it just sounds, because on my other bike, I run 15 pounds and there's not much sound at all. I do appreciate these plastic fenders. No ring-a-ting-ting as the gravel comes up and hits the inside of the fender. Some guys say they sprayed undercoating to quiet the fenders down, but you know, they even do that on plastic fenders, and I thought, well, that's kind of overkill. I've never had an issue on plastic fenders. There's, now and again, there's a little bit of noise, but nothing to get excited about. It's not like a continual pinging like it does on metal fenders. The worst things these might do is wear through. I'll slow down here and Yeah, brakes are working good. Still nobody behind me. I think I've pedaled this bike more on passes 0 than a lot of people would. They roll pretty easy. I was kind of concerned about these 24-inch tires, but yeah, I noticed there was a little bit more concern about pedal strike. That happens. I think I'll get some shorter crank arms on, like other guys have done. Basically because they had short legs, one guy just got it to avoid pedal strikes, or lessen the chance of pedal strikes. Yeah, this is about the same speed as I go in the ATV coming down this hill. That wind gets a little chilly when it gets whipping through your ears and stuff. If there is a puncture in this tire, there sure must be, because it did air down while it was sitting up there, but it must be an awful small one. I might just put flat out in it when I get back and see if that takes care of it, because basically I'm lazy. The tire still looks good. It's nice as the front one. I can just look down and take a peek at it. Hope that car is still sitting there. They must be off to work or something, and just leave the car parked by the side of the road. Let somebody else drive them on. Whoops, we're getting up to close to the speed limit here. Just letting it roll. Not too bad for past 0 and no power. It came up this hill awful easy, so when I was pedaling up it. A lot easier than my other bike. Of course, this one does have more power. And I'm still running on the rear motor. It probably would have went up that steep grade a little better if I put all-wheel drive, but you know, I didn't think about it till after I was already up there.